Alright, so this game right here is called Washers or Washer Toss. A friend asked me to build him a set, so I got in on it this weekend. Some people call it hillbilly horseshoes, redneck horseshoes, things like this. Pretty addictive though. You start throwing them, it's a challenge. I've read online different rules, different places, kind of backyard rules. You set your own. I'm gonna do another video how to play and different rules and whatnot. I'll put a link to that in the description somewhere. Click right here maybe. Anyways, it's a really easy project. Anyone can do it. Just set your miter saw at 22.5 degrees. Then you can set up a stop block right about 10 inches. I did mine, I think just shy of 10 inches. It's not rocket science, anywhere will do. You're making 2 octagons. Some people just do a simple little square. I decided to step it up a notch here and make it an octagon instead. So you're going to need 16 cuts for your 2 octagons. Just a 2x4, 2 8-foot 2x4s was enough for the project. After that, I used some blue painter's tape to use as clamps here. I just did a half at a time, so real delicate and nice to it. Flipping it over there, glue up the joints, fold it up. Now, as you'll see here, I decided to lay it on the floor and use tape to pull it tight. And I pulled it as tight as I could, let that sit for a while. In the meantime, I went and got a sheet of plywood. Went ahead and cut it in the back of my truck instead of trying to bring that in the garage. Then I laid my octagon on the plywood and traced it out and cut off the excess. Put it through my little bandsaw here to cut it pretty close to the line. I'll show you right here. Cut it a little bit big on purpose. I didn't want to make any mistakes there, so I left it big, glued it up, and used brad nails to hold it in while the glue dried. After just a couple of brads on each piece, it's stable enough to flip over, and then you can put in a few on each board. Then I use my flush bit on the router to take off that excess and to really bring the whole thing together, and then it just was a real easy sand up job after that. So let me explain here on my 2 halves. On one of them I had a little gap there where it wasn't perfectly flush, so I just glued in a shim and let that sit and dry up, and then cut it off and finished sanding. I had made one of these with 1x4s, and I did the whole entire glue up with one, and there was a little bit of a gap there where I didn't cut my miters perfect. So this one I decided to try it as gluing up the halves and do it this technique. Still not perfect, but like I said, it's not rocket science. Making some washers here. So I got some AstroTurf while I was there getting the plywood, and I traced out my octagon on there. Traced out the 3.5-inch PVC pipe. Now I'm using construction adhesive to glue down the PVC as well as the AstroTurf, and then I put the circle that I cut out back into the hole there, and put a couple of staples in, kind of like the brads, to hold it down while the adhesive dries. Finishing step is drill a couple of holes, tie some rope through there, and give it a little carrying handle, so you can bring it with you to your picnics and all. I say that jokingly, but it is a real portable game that you can bring with you somewhere like you would with cornhole, not so much with horseshoes. So it's nice in that regard. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and have yourself a good day.